starting off with face primer, I have three favorites at the moment. And first of all, this one is the cheapest one. This is the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm, and I'm sure you've all heard it by now, but this acts as a very good face primer. It's kind of hydrating and it also has glycerin in it, so it allows the makeup to stick to your face better. And I use this on days when my skin feels kind of sensitive and when I have some kind of redness around my face. This primer is very cooling, so it helps to cool down my skin. Next up, I've got the PAC Makeup Moisture Lotion, and this one is such an amazing primer because it's not very smoothing or anything, but it's very hydrating, and makeup goes on a lot more better when your skin is very hydrated. So lastly, I've got the L'Oreal base Magique, and this one is basically a silicone primer. So this one basically fills up your pores and fine lines and makes your skin appear a lot more smoother. So I like using this on my T-zone because my T-zone is kind of oily and it has a lot of texture. Like I have pores around my nose, and also I have a lot of fine lines on my forehead. So let's start off. So today I'm going to be using the PAC Moisture Lotion, and I like to apply that all over my face using my fingers and a little bit on my neck as well. And next up, I like to take the L'Oreal base Magique and I like to apply that to the center of my face. I just take very little because I feel this one does not control the oils that much, so I only use a little bit on the center of my face just to smoothen it out. So next, I also have three drugstore foundation favorites at the moment, and these are actually my all-time favorite foundations. The first one here is Revlon's Colorstay foundation, and this was the first foundation I ever bought in my life. So this is a very matte foundation, and I really like using this during the summers or on days when my skin is feeling slightly too oily. And this one is also a super long-lasting foundation, so I like using this during the summertime. My next favorite foundation is this one. This is the L'Oreal 24-hour Stay Fresh foundation. This one gives off a slightly dewy finish to the skin, and the texture of this is so amazing. It looks very skin-like, but it also gives a lot of coverage, like it's very high in coverage. And this one is also a super long-lasting foundation. And we have got the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and this is my everyday foundation. I use this like on a daily basis because it's very lightweight on the skin and it just feels very skin-like. It looks very natural, yet it gives me a medium coverage. And today I'm going to be using this on my face. I've got this shade in 230 and it's called Natural Buff. I'm just going to blend that out with my NYX Professional foundation brush. Moving on to concealers, my number one favorite, and I'm sure it's not a surprise for you guys, but this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is my holy grail concealers. Like I use it every single day. I use it on all of my clients, and this one never ever fails me. First of all, it's a very hydrating product, so you can use it when you're going for that natural look, or you can also build it up to get more coverage. Next up, I have the PAC concealers with me, and these are basically crayon concealers. These are also quite nice and creamy. They blend out really well. I really love using the darker shades as a contouring product on the sides of my face, and they have an amazing shade range as well. Like they have some warm tones and some cool tones, like a very good mix of colors. So yeah, I'm going to be using these pencils to contour my face today. And for highlighting my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm going to blend that out using my all-time favorite PAC Mini Blender. Absolutely love this stuff. Now to set my face, one of my current favorite powders is the Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. Absolutely love this stuff. It's so super affordable and it sets your makeup beautifully. And initially I was quite scared that it would give me a white cast because this powder looks really white, but it actually looks quite translucent on the skin. So ever since that, I have been like a huge convert, and I use this like almost every single day. First of all, I just take the powder on my sponge and I bake my face, and as you can see, it turns into this translucent powder. Next, I just take the same powder on this big fluffy brush and I set the rest of my face. Next, I'm just going to take my PAC Concealer Crayon and I'm using the shade D31 to contour my face. Then taking my PAC 063 brush, I'm just going to blend that out. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and did my eyebrows because I don't actually have any eyebrow product from the Indian drugstore. So if you guys have any recommendations, I would love to know about it. If you have any eyebrow favorites from the drugstore in India, then let me know. Moving on to eyeshadow, I have a few palettes with me. First of all, I would like to show you guys this palette by PAC Cosmetics, and this is a custom palette. So all of these eyeshadows are available individually. I really like PAC eyeshadows because they are super pigmented. They are amazing quality and they are also quite affordable. I have another favorite and this one is by Lakme. I got this quite a few months back, but I only started using it recently and I'm actually quite surprised because I wasn't expecting much out of this Lakme palette, but I have begun to really love it. The colors are really beautiful. This one is the Lakme Illuminating eyeshadow palette and the shade I've got is in French Rose. This one has like really pretty warm toned colors in it. Another palette that I have been using almost every single day recently is the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette, and I also really like their original Nudes palette, but I like this one even more. This one is a rose gold themed palette. Today I'm going to be creating like my go-to look using this palette, and I've done that in quite a few videos and a lot of you requested me. First of all, I like to take this color and apply that all over my eyelids. And I like to take it up to my crease. Oh, and by the way, I'm also using the Color Bar eyeshadow brush. Next, I like to take the second last shade. This is like a mauvey grey tone shade, and I like to place that on the outer corners of my lids and blend it slightly inwards towards the crease area. And I like to extend this color in a wing shape. So next, I'm taking the darkest shade from the palette. I'm going to take the pointy side of the brush and I'm just going to place this color on the outer V of my eyes, and I'm going to keep packing it on till I get the intensity that I want. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I'm just going to slightly blend that to the previous shade. And I'm slightly extending that color outwards. Just use a very light hand and slightly blend it outwards like that. So next, I'm just pressing the brush and I'm going to apply the same shadow to my lower lashes, and I'm only applying that to the outer corners of my lower lashes. Next, I'm just mixing these two shades and I'm just going to touch up on the previous lighter shade just to make it more vibrant. To eyeliner, I've got two favorites and both of them are by the brand Sugar. So this one is an eyeliner pencil and this one is like the creamiest, blackest eyeliner pencil you will ever find. The next one, this one is the I Told You So liquid eyeliner pencil, and this one is like my holy grail. It's the best liquid liner I have ever tried. Like, I've gone through 3 tubes of this and I still can't stop repurchasing this. Like, I still can't find anything else better than this. First of all, I'm taking the pencil and I'm going to tightline both my upper and lower lashes. And then I'm taking this tiny brush and I'm just going to smudge that pencil out. And then I'm also going to apply a little bit of this very close to my lashes. Just apply it very roughly. Just smoke that liner out. So lastly, I'm just going to take the white highlighter shade and I'm just going to apply that to my brow bone. Next, I'm taking my liner and I'm just going to extend the outer corners a bit. For mascaras, my number one brand has got to be Maybelline, because as you can see, all of my favorite mascaras are by the brand Maybelline. And why I love Maybelline mascaras is because I have very straight and droopy lashes, and the Maybelline mascaras are the only ones other than my Asian mascaras that actually hold up my curl. So for me, a mascara that holds up my curl is super important, because once you curl your lashes and then apply a mascara, sometimes the mascara weighs your lashes down. The only mascara I don't like from them, I think, is the one that's called Hyper Curl. And it's such a coincidence because it's called Hyper Curl, but that's the only mascara that I feel does not hold up my curls in place. But all the other mascaras, like this is the Rocket, I'm not sure if this is available in India, but the Falsies is my number one favorite. I also really like the Magnum Barbie mascara, and then the Lash Sensational. When I also really like the Colossal one, but I don't have that with me right now. The Maybelline wands are usually very big, so I prefer smaller wands for my bottom lashes. And the Oriflame mascara, this one is called The One. This one has an amazing wand. It fits my bottom lashes perfectly, and it just separates the lashes and gives me a lot of length. The other bottom lash favorite is the PAC. This one is called Big Eyes Magical Mascara. So this one is the mascara which has two parts, like you have the thicker one on top, and then you have the thinner one, the thinner wand. Look at that, it's really thin, and I absolutely love using this for my bottom lashes. I'm not a big fan of the other side, but this side I use it like all the time. For eyelashes, I am a huge fan of the PAC lashes. I do have a couple of them with me, but these are not my favorites. These are quite nice, they're very natural, but my favorite lashes, it's over right now. I need to get more PAC lashes, but I really can't find them anywhere online. That's really sad. I really like the number 58 one, and I think it was number 54 or 52. But at the moment, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my Ardell Demi Wispies. These ones are available on Amazon India, I think. So eyes are done, and I feel like they need to touch up because I had quite a bit of fallout under my eyes. So two of my favorite compacts from the Indian drugstore is this one. This is the Maybelline Clear Glow All-in-One Compact, and I've got this in the shade 02 Nude Beige. It's a pretty light shade, but I like using this under my eyes because it acts as a compact and a highlighter in one, so it just like brightens up my face. I'm just going to add that to my under eye area, and this compact also gives you some kind of coverage. So sometimes on days when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, I just use this and then some bronzer, eyebrows, and I'm good to go. The next compact that I really like is this one. This is the Sugar As Nude As It Gets, and this one also has an SPF 15, and this is such an awesome compact if you want to touch up throughout the day. The packaging is quite big and bulky, so it takes up quite a bit of space in your bag, but other than that, the compact is so finely milled. It's also translucent, and it just like awakens the makeup and makes you look fresh again. So I really like this one. I've hit pan on this one, so I need to get another one, and I've got this in the shade 01 Latte, but it does not have a lot of coverage, so it's just like it just gives me a slight bit of brightening to my skin. Moving on to my favorite bronzer from the Indian drugstore, and I'm quite surprised, but it is by Lakme, and this one is their Sun Kissed bronzer, and this one actually comes with two parts. One is a lighter and one is a darker part, but mine broke and I had to fix it, so it all got merged into one, and I absolutely love it. If you have like both the sides, just try swirling your brush over both the sides and applying it, and it gives you the most beautiful bronzy sun-kissed look. I'm going to use that with my PAC 003 brush. You don't need a lot, it is quite pigmented. I'm just going to apply that over the contour that we applied before, like that. A little bit on the sides of my temples, and some on my jawline as well. And then I like to go in with a fluffy brush and just blend that away. As you can see, it just gives my skin the most beautiful sun-kissed warm look. Moving on to blushers, first of all I want to show you guys my PAC blusher palette. So this is again a custom palette, so you can also buy them individually, and as you can see the shades are absolutely beautiful and very subtle, and I think this is an excellent shade selection for the Indian skin tone. Next, I also really love this blush. I've been using almost every single day, and as you can see I have hit pan as well. So this is a really pretty peachy blush by Loreal True Match, and as you can see I've broken the lower portion, so I don't remember the name, but it's called Peach or Peachy something. I will mention the shade down in the description box. So the last one is again by Lakme. This one is the Illuminating Shimmer Brick Blush Palette, and again this one comes in like different portions inside, but it broke and I had to fix it, so all the colors got mixed into one shade, and this is like the most beautiful blush I own. The color is so stunning, but not just the color, it just has such a beautiful finish. It has such a pretty sheen to it, like it kind of reminds me of the NARS Orgasm, but this one is more pinky. So today I'm going to be using this blush, and I'm using the Sigma Angled Contour Brush, and this one is like super pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit. I don't know if the camera is catching the shine, but it gives like a very nice glow to the cheeks. As for highlighters, I don't have a lot of highlighters from the Indian Drugstore. I just have two, and I actually quite like both of them. So this one is the Moonlit Highlighter by Lakme, and you have a lighter one and a bronze sort of a shade, and this particular one is going to look absolutely stunning on the darker beige toned Indian skin tone, and this one is also a very subtle light highlighter. Next highlighter I quite like is the PAC Adore Your Highlight Light It Up pen. So this is a pen highlighter. It's a cream highlighter, and for me I like using cream highlighters before I go ahead and do my makeup, because I feel like after I set my makeup and use cream products, it starts to look very patchy when you're blending it out. So I like using these on its own when I don't have powder on my face. But as you can see, this one is such a pretty highlighter. It's like a really pretty subtle champagne tone highlighter. So it's a very natural looking highlighter in case you're looking for that natural glow. The Lakme one is also quite natural looking. It's not that kind of a blinding highlight or something, but it gives the cheeks a very nice glow, and I like to mix both of these shades together and just place that to the high points of my cheeks. So as you can see, the highlight is so gorgeous. Like there's no chunky glitter or shimmer particles. It's just a very beautiful, subtle sheen. So moving on to the lipstick, and that was like the most difficult part for me because I have tons and tons of favorite lipsticks from the Indian Drugstore. But if I had to choose a brand to be my favorite lipstick brand, that would be Sugar Cosmetics. I absolutely love their liquid lipsticks. They are super stunning. Like the shade range is amazing, and also the formulation. The formulation is so superb. Like it's not at all drying. It's very long lasting, and it gives off the most beautiful matte finish to the lips. I also really like their matte as hell crayon pencils. I mean, the shades, again, it's amazing. Like the shade selection is really nice, and even the formulation is quite comfortable to wear on the lips. I also really like the other two ranges that they have. One, I think it's called It's About Time, and the other one is called Creamy something, that released very recently. All of the shades, like the shade selection is fantastic. Like Sugar comes up with the most beautiful wearable shades ever. I also really like PAC's liquid lipsticks. Like they are super affordable, and again the formulation is so beautiful. It's very comparable to a lot of other international brands. And I also really like the Chambord liquid lipsticks. So for this look I had to choose one lipstick, and I'm going with the Sugar Smudge Me Not liquid lipstick in the shade Blush Rush. This is a pretty neutral rosy shade, so I thought this would go with my overall makeup look. On to my favorite part, that is setting all of that makeup in place. At the moment, my go-to holy grail makeup setting spray is this one, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible makeup extender setting spray. The liquid inside has some kind of powdery substance in it which gets separated and it settles down, so you really need to give it a good shake before you go ahead and apply that to your face. So yeah, I'm just going to shake that and then just close your eyes and spray that to all 4 corners of your face. I absolutely love the spray that this comes with. It gives off the most fine mist. I've also tried this on a lot of my clients and I must say it really helps the makeup to last longer. And this one also dries up to a completely matte finish, like you won't even know that you have sprayed something on your face. Whereas my MAC Fix Plus, when you spray that, you get that dewy sort of effect on the skin. But with this one, you actually don't feel anything on your face once all of that liquid dries up. So those were all of my beauty favorites from the Indian drugstore. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions or any favorites from the drugstore that you want me to try out, do let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye!